here, and then I'll explain to you how Woman of the Year was voted for, and we'll invite her to the stage. So should we start with you, Julia? Do you want to explain a little bit about how you ended up working at Trustford and your history before that?
Yes, hi, good afternoon. My name's Julia Greenhough. I'm Head of Marketing and E-Commerce for Trustford. For those who don't know, Trustford is a large dealer group, 60 sites, 3,000 colleagues, wholly owned by Ford Motor Company, but we have our own functioning board and leadership team. I've been at Trustford for just coming on to 5 years. Prior to that, I was only in high street retail roles, a number of different marketing roles across a number of different brands. So a bit of a change in direction when I moved over to Ford Retail, as it was then.
Why did you move over to motoring? Was it just what you wanted to do at the time?
To be honest, I was approached by Ford Retail. They were looking for somebody specifically from outside of automotive to head up their marketing. They were looking for somebody with that retail background, and so it took me quite a while to consider it, because it was something that had never crossed my mind before.
Interesting. So Gemma from GardX, who's a regular at these shows now. How did you end up working in the automotive industry?
Hi, I'm Gemma and I'm Marketing Manager for GardX, and I started working in industry 4 years ago now. I started with GardX straight out of university, so I was a graduate with a little bit of marketing experience, just on a work experience basis, but so I came straight out of uni.
Was it something that you'd thought about working in before, something you wanted to work in?
I never fully thought about working in this industry, but I feel like I was kind of made to work in this industry.
I'd agree.
Growing up, I was always a complete tomboy, and I was always interested in cars, and I love motorsport. So I kind of fell right into my dream job. So.
Oh, perfect.
Yes.
And Etta, do you want to tell us a little bit about how you ended up at AutoTrader?
Good afternoon, everyone. Etta Pearce. I'm Sales and Service Director for AutoTrader. I didn't join straight after I graduated, you can probably tell. I've been in the automotive industry now for probably about 19 years. Started off in after sales, actually, which is quite unusual, and then worked through Ford as a manufacturer, so similar background there with Julia, and then moved into a small company offering software solutions to the after sales market, and then moved forward into Mannheim, worked with used cars, looked at UVLs for manufacturers in the dealer network, and then on to AutoTrader.
Amazing, thank you. I don't want to give away too much about what's going to go on in women in the motor industry, so make sure you get there. It's always some lively discussion for anyone who's been before, very interesting topics, and it's going to be open to the floor, so you can ask any questions or make some comments if you want to. Like I said before, we've been doing women in the motor industry for around 3 years now. It's something that we felt needed to be addressed, and we never dreamed that it would be quite as successful as it has been. I think we had 120 people attend the session last year, but we felt like there wasn't, we weren't addressing the role of the actual woman in the car dealership. It was more about people at head office or marketing. So this year we decided that we wanted to run an award to make sure that women working in car dealerships got the recognition that they deserved. So today we are going to be announcing the first ever winner of Woman of the Year. So I'm going to ask my beautiful assistant Nigel, who's fanning about there, to wander over to the middle of the stage. And I'm going to ask you to put your hands together and congratulate our first ever Woman of the Year, Beth Constantine. Would you like to come to the stage?
Congratulations, Beth.
I won't ask you too much, don't worry. So to explain how Beth's ended up here, we asked people to nominate a woman that they work with or that they know from the industry who they think is doing a fantastic job. Beth got far more nominations than anybody else, and really extensive nominations where people really wanted to tell us everything fantastic that you do every day. And when I spoke to everyone at your dealership, even people who hadn't nominated you, they wanted to tell me how much you deserved it and how hard you work. So it's fantastic that we get to bring you here today. Do you want to tell us, just say a few words, explain what you do, or would you rather not?
Hi, good afternoon. My name's Beth. I'm retailer principal of a Skoda dealership in Epsom. I started off in the motor trade for 6 months office experience after spending a couple of years at college in hotel and catering with the intention that I would go and work in HR in the hotel industry. Over 30 years later, I'm still in the automotive industry. I am now running a dealership. I love my job, I love my staff, and I love the industry.
Well, thank you for being here today and making the effort. Thank you all. I'm going to let you get off because I know you've got just over half an hour before the session starts. But you're doing fantastic work, and it's great to be sat on stage with a group of women who are pushing ahead in the motor industry. And hopefully you all get to go along and hear what they have to say. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
So I'll take that microphone for you. It's quite a heavy trophy.